So you do divide your cost of living by 4 if you move to the right country. I had a root canal recently that I had to get here in Nairobi, and I paid about $200 for the entire process to get.
Yeah, but fellas, you can go to Piedras Negras. You guys can see I have braces. I do my braces in Colombia, but I live here. I didn't pack up my bags and went there. I have a home in Colombia, but that's not why I did it there. I did it there because it's so close. I can fly from Miami to Cartagena for $250, $300. So I go there, I get my adjustments, and I spend, um, you know, $50 every time I do an adjustment in Colombia. I get cleaning, I get all the dental things that I can get. You don't need to move out of the US to use to do cosmetic, or I won't call it cosmetic, medical, or I'll say medical tourism. You can just travel to Piedra Negras here, right here in Texas. It's on the border. You can go to Cancun. You can go anywhere south of America and get very cheap dental care, which is what I do. I don't pay for dental insurance in the US. I keep that $20 a paycheck premium, and I put that money towards an air ticket, and I go to Colombia and I do my cleaning twice a year, plus all the other stuff that I need in Colombia. I get really good professional health dental care in Colombia that I'll never get here. I just had gum surgery in Cartagena in June. I had gum surgery. It cost $7,000 here in the US. I did it there for $200. So you can get that, but you don't need to move out of the US to go do that. You can do that on any of your trips abroad. You can, whenever you're on vacation, that one time you travel a year, you can get those procedures done. You don't have to pick up your bags and go live in a country that you don't know and think that you're going to make something out of it. 2 days ago, I showed you guys a lot of videos from guys that moved abroad and came back home and they're struggling. Philly Dom and Passport Dog. This is real, fellas. Don't fall for this crap. Yeah, dental care is cheap, but you can do it as a tourist. You don't have to move there. Stay in America.
The root canal cleaned and taken out and everything that they do to do that. In Dallas, the exact same procedure for one tooth on a root canal would literally have been $1,200. So besides dating, women, political situations, cost of living should be one of your biggest factors whenever you're considering moving to another country. Now, I will say this, the United States is pretty much the only country I've been to. I've been to 28 countries around the world and 4 continents. The United States is pretty much, well, I've been to 5 continents. The United States is pretty much the only country in the world where you can literally go bankrupt from, breaking your finger. Not many other countries are like that around.
No, you won't go bankrupt. You won't go bankrupt if you're doing things right. If you have a job and you have health insurance and you set your deductibles right, then and you check your out of cost, you won't go broke for having for breaking your arms. I have 2 kids. I'm in a hospital literally every month because there are 2 kids. They are going in with different things. My wife goes in, I go in because I have something called a flexible spending account, FSA. If you set up your finances right, if you set up your careers right, you will have certain tax benefits to use towards these health plans. So you can set up your health plans, pay your premiums. Your company contributes to some of your premiums. My company pays a lot of money into my healthcare. These private plans are awesome. And for out of pocket expenses, I have an FSA and an HSA card. I have a health savings account and a flexible spending account. The guys that do it right know these things. And these 2 things that I told you about are both tax deductible. So they will lower your taxable income at the end of the year, which will end up boosting a little bit of your refund when you go to file taxes. It'll lower your taxes. So, if you speak from the realm of a bomb where you haven't done the work to make sure that you're securing or you're learning the financial tools to make you successful here, you will not succeed. That is what it is. There's no way you break a finger in America and you have a $2,000-3,000 bill. You won't. You will if you're low income. You will if you don't have a job. You will if you haven't done the work. But the guys that do the work, I'd never worry about what my health cost is going to be. I don't care about it because, like I said, I have HSA and I have FSA, both tax deductible. I pick plans that have the lowest deductibles and the lowest out-of-pocket expenses and low copays. They're higher in premiums, but you need to learn these things. You need to understand these things. And all of that is really good for taxes. When you get to the end of the year, you lower your taxes if you're in a certain income bracket. It's the guys that don't want to do the work to put themselves in certain positions that find these excuses.